Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the family of former President Donald Trump and the president himself. Well, they've been going through a lot lately, and they really need our prayers and support. Before we get started, folks, I want to ask you to please make sure you like and share this video more than anything. Also, please leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps us out. So, the former president went on a rant on Truth Social. And in this rant, and I'll get to the family aspect in a second, in this rant, he was blaming the Joe Biden administration for the $6 billion it unfroze for Iran and blaming that for leading to the Hamas attacks against Israel. Now, there's no evidence right now that that $6 billion played any role. The $6 billion has not even yet gotten into Iran's hands, but the argument is Iran knows the $6 billion is coming. They can move money around, get it to Hamas, get this operation underway, and then replace it with the $6 billion that we're unfreezing. It is Iran's money, mind you, frozen by the Trump administration. It is not U.S. taxpayer money. So all that is, those are facts that I have to lay out for you so you know the situation. It doesn't make it any better for Joe Biden. He still unfroze $6 million or $6 billion for a state sponsor of terror who openly hates the United States and calls for death to America. How does the Trump family get involved here? Well, Trump's niece, who nobody would know her name if it wasn't for her uncle, former President Donald Trump, Mary Trump, who now has her own podcast, The Mary Trump Show. Again, nobody knew who this woman was. But she goes, against her uncle about everything. Well, she says, she highlighted his tweet, put it on Twitter, and then called him an effing maniac and said that he gave secrets about Israel to Russia. Russia then gave it to Iran, and Iran then gave it to Hamas. She says this with no facts to back anything up. We don't know if that happened at all. We don't know if Russia's involved in this at all. The narrative is being spun right now the way they want to spin it to try somehow, desperately, to pin this horrific attack on the Israeli people, on the Jewish people, on former President Donald Trump. You've seen Rob Reiner do it. You've seen a bunch of people do it. But to see his own family member go so far, stoop so low, as to put blame on him for an attack that happened years after he left the Oval Office. If the information he supposedly gave Russia was so pertinent, so devastating, why did it take 3 years into Joe Biden's administration for the attack to happen? Where does that make sense to anybody? Where does that make sense to Rob Reiner or Mary Trump or all these people who are trying to spin this narrative that's been pushed by MSNBC and some other places, and credit where it's due, not pushed on CNN. I have not seen that on CNN. So where is this logic coming from? Well, it's not logic. It's the blame Trump at all costs mentality. He has to be responsible because he's the evil Donald Trump. And they have to find a way to make him responsible for everything. Now, so far, I have not heard that from President Biden's administration or any competent Democrats. And let's pray that it stays that way. Let's pray it doesn't get into this. I pray it doesn't. Not from Trump's side or anybody's side. But Trump did say something that I've said. There are likely terror cells in the United States that cross the southern border. No, we don't know it for sure. But I would say there's a real good possibility we could be seeing attacks like Israel saw. And that's what Trump was saying. So be vigilant and be aware. Folks, I want to know what you think about this story, so leave it in the comments section. Also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.